We are fresh off our first win in Railrider history as we took down Missouri State 31-24 in a beautifully played game all around by your Railriders, but that celebration must be cut short as it's time to play our first two conference games in school history, starting with the Texas State Bobcats. Now, what scares me most about these Bobcats isn't this trio of great running backs, it's actually their wide receiving core. They've got four guys with at least 91 speed that they can run all over the field with. We only have one defensive back on the roster that has over 90 speed in general. We are not equipped to defend this type of speed. Where I think we can win, though, is in the trenches. They don't have that great of an offensive line there over at Texas State, and even on the inside, their D tackles, they only have two guys that are 71 overall. You look at that linebacking core, it's nothing to write home about either. I do think they have a pretty good secondary though, so our offense might have a bit of trouble getting open. We are here in Texas State to take on the Bobcats. Now look, TCU is a rival, Baylor is a rival, North Texas is a rival, and sooner or later we're going to end up playing the big dogs like Texas. But I think Holden Garinger is a little disrespected that we're not looking at Texas State like a rival. He texted Don Bridges, you know, it's disrespectful how y'all are overlooking us. The new kid on the block gimmick is so played out. Don't worry though, we'll welcome you to the Sun Belt Conference. Some interesting messages there from Holden Garinger as it is time for Frisco to start with the football. First play is a handoff to Miles Knight, who picks up 4. Second down and 6 now. Handoff goes to Strickland. He's got room up the middle. It's a gain of 7. First down for the Railriders. Fake handoff now. Bridges keeps himself. He makes a man miss. I didn't know he had that in him. That's a gain of 6. Haven't seen Bridges in too much space, as here's some space for Miles Knight. He breaks a tackle, and that's a good solid gain of about 10. First down Frisco again. And this running game is working early and often in this one as there's another gain of 8. Second and 2, handoff to Knight, and he will pick up just enough for the first. Good, strong first drive for the Railriders. Bridges back to pass again, looking deep up the right side. That ball is caught by Jewel Vaughn, and he's all the way up to the 18-yard line. 24 yards, Bridges to Vaughn. From the 18, Bridges running to his left, running the option with Spencer Strickland, and he throws it away, and luckily Strickland was all over it. But it's a loss of 11, and it's 2nd and 21. And on second down, here's a pass to the outside that is somehow caught by Hodges. Not sure how he did that one, but it's 3rd and 13. Bridges looking to the left. He's got Miles Knight. Knight with good blocks on the outside. He's all the way up to the 5-yard line. Beautiful screen by the Railriders. Makes it 1st and goal. Here's a quick pass to Walls now. Jeremy Walls looking for the edge, and he's going to pick up about 3. Second down and goal from the 2. Handoff goes to Spencer Strickland, and he fights forward, and he's down to the 1. 3rd and goal, 1-yard line. Handoff Knight. It's too easy. He does a little hop, skip, and a jump into the end zone. And here is Holden Garinger. He texted Don Bridges. He's tired of the new kid on the block gimmick. It's time for them to welcome us to the Sun Belt Conference. We'll see if they're able to do that here today as the first pass goes incomplete over the middle. Makes it 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff for Lincoln Pear, and he picks up nothing. 3rd down and 10 now. Garinger back to pass again. Looking deep up the seam. That ball is caught for a big-time gain. All the way up to midfield goes Texas State as they're at the 48-yard line. Now Garinger looking over the middle of the field. That ball's caught by Titus Lyons. And just like that, the Bobcats are in the red zone. From the 21, handoff Pear once again. Trying to cut up field. He's able to pick up 6. Makes it 2nd and 4. Here's a quick flip. Going around the edge now is number 11. And he's going to break a tackle all the way up to the 1-yard line. That's Bo Sparks making it up to the 1. 1st and goal, handoff Pear again. He's in the end zone. And just as easy as we found the end zone, the Bobcats, they might have made it look even easier. Second drive of the day for Bridges and the Railriders here as Bridges going to keep it himself once again. This time slides down after 5. Always love to see Don Bridges being smart with the football. There's a handoff to Miles Knight, and he just barely gets enough for the first. It's 1st and 10 from the 35. Handoff to Knight once again, cuts it upfield, doesn't have much room, maybe gets 1. 2nd and 9 now. Bridges back to pass again. Looking to the outside. He's lucky that wasn't going the other way for 6. As it's 3rd down. Bridges back to pass. Underneath, he's got Miles Knight, and Knight with another 1st down. 2 catches, 28 yards early on for Knight in this one, as he'll take the handoff, make a defender miss, and unfortunately doesn't go very far after that. That's the end of your first quarter. Score is 7-7 here in Texas State. Time of possession highly favoring the Railriders, but that'll happen when the Bobcats go down the field in about 3 plays, and it took us, well, way more. There you go. Great analysis from me. 3rd and 8. Bridges back to pass again, trying to set up a screen. He's off the mark, and Frisco will punt it away. Texas State's drive starts with a handoff to Lincoln Pear. He's able to pick up 5. And on 2nd down, they'll fake it to him this time. Pass over the middle is caught by Bo Sparks. 1st down up to the 31. Garner back to pass again. Has all the time in the world. Throws to the outside. That pass is caught. And it's going to be a 1st down and more up to the 45 by L.J. Johnson Jr. 1st and 10 from the 45 now. Pass outside quickly. Caught by Bo Sparks once again. He's been busy early in this one, as it's another 1st down for the Bobcats. Up to the 44 now. Garner underneath. Ball is knocked away from Bo Sparks. Finally, this defense is able to make a play. 2nd down and 10. Garner underneath. Ball is caught by Titus Lyons. They actually loses 2 yards. 3rd and 12. Garner looking for somebody open. Goes deep up the seam again. This time, good coverage, as the Railriders were all over it. 1st and 10 now. Bridges back to pass. Looking deep down the field. It's knocked away from Hodges. But there's a flag on the play, and as Crosby's celebrating, I think he's going to get flagged for pass interference. Yes, he is. From the 36 now. Bridges going to keep this one himself. Tries to make a man miss. Just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Fake to Strickland. Bridges rolling to his right. Trying to get away from the defense. He will. Don Bridges, nice 8-yard run. One of the longest 8 yards you might ever see. 3rd and 2, handoff to Knight. And Knight's got room up the middle. It's an easy gain up to the 44-yard line as Frisco crosses midfield once again. Here's a fake and a pass quickly to the outside for Gregory, and he's able to pick up maybe a yard. Makes it 2nd and 9. Up to the 43 now. Knight takes it around the outside. Miles Knight has enough room for a 1st and more, all the way up to the 28-yard line. Frisco moving once again. Here's another fake as Bridges out to his right, looking for somebody open, and he just doesn't like what he sees. Gets chased down for a loss of 1. Here's another fake for Knight. Bridges keeping himself to the outside and looks to lower his shoulder. Picks up 4. 3rd down and 7. Bridges looking deep for the end zone. He's got Hodges. It's just barely overthrown. Frisco takes a field goal to go up 10-7 as Texas State takes back over. Here's a handoff and a gain of 9. That's going to be Greg Burrell. No, I'm lying to you. That's Torrance Burgess for the gain there. As here's a deep pass over the middle. That ball is caught by Titus Lyons. His 3rd of the day, and he's at 51 yards. Across midfield now, the Bobcats rolling to his, that play. We're not even commentating that play. It's chalked. It's over. 2nd down and 10 from the 44. Fake handoff and a quick pass to the outside. That's Lyons once again. This time he gets 4. Sometimes you just got to realize when the call is over, the play is done, and you just got to move on to the next, you know? As Garner nearly throws an interception there. 4th and 6. Frisco takes back over. Up 10-7. Bridges not able to find any room on that carry. It's 2nd and 11. Backed up all the way to the 14-yard line. Now Frisco needs to get upfield, and instead there's going to be an interception. Bridges threw it right to the defense, and Texas State has an extremely short field to work with now. This is just a good play by the defender, but also just a defender that Bridges needs to see. One play later, Garner, fake handoff now. He's actually taken down for a sack And that's Deshaun Yates getting in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. That's going to make it 2nd down and 14. Beautiful play by Yates. Garner back to pass again. Over the middle, he's got his man. That ball is caught, and somehow he's in the end zone. Maven Anderson. I'm not sure how he got around the defense there. We're going to take another look at this one here in a second. He caught the ball. It looked like there was going to be a ton of traffic. Let's see what happened here. Caught the ball, ran into his own man, and Frisco defenders just couldn't quite get there in time. So they're going to make this a 14-10 game. 2 minutes left here in this first half for Frisco. First play of this drive is a handoff for Miles Knight, and he's got an easy gain for about 12. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's another handoff for Knight. He goes up the middle this time. Quick gain of 6. As Frisco's moving once again, already nearing midfield. Here's a quick pass to the outside. It's a screenplay set up for Spencer Strickland. And just like that, it's a first down as Frisco is across midfield now. Fake handoff, Bridges keeping himself, and he's taking too many hits today. You really don't want to see that with his fumbling problem. 2nd and 9. Bridges underneath. Pass is caught by Asher Hayes. He gets 4. Makes it 3rd down and 5. 3rd and 5 now. Bridges underneath. He's got Stan Fletcher, and Fletcher's going to first down and more. That's a gain of 12 up to the 32-yard line. 40 seconds remaining now. Bridges back to pass again. Rolling to his right, floating deep downfield. It's caught by Asher Hayes. And how many times is Asher Hayes going to make a beautiful grab just like that one? 1st and goal. Handoff to Knight, and he fights up to the 2. Timeout there for Frisco as there's 7 seconds left in the half. Handoff Knight once again. This time fights forward for a touchdown. And Frisco is going to take a 17-14 lead with just 4 seconds remaining in the half. And guys, that's going to be your score going into halftime. 17-14. Railriders are on top. As usual, if you enjoy this content, if you're excited to see where we can go with the Railriders, drop a like, comment, subscribe. All of your support is 100% appreciated. Look, if you enjoy it, that means other people might enjoy it, and other people might not see it if it's not on their page. Guys, like I said, I appreciate you for being here. Let's get right into the second half of action here. Nope, I thought we were going to get right into the second half of action here, but apparently I don't know how to edit anything. What am I doing? What is this screen? There we go. I'm not cutting it out either. Jesus Christ, man. Second half starts with a gain of 5 for Holden Garner. Ladies and gentlemen, when I'm done editing, I'm done editing. No, I'm just kidding. If there's anything ever like egregiously bad as I'm commentating, maybe I'll fix it, but that's like whatever. It's 5 seconds of my life that I'm not getting back, so I guess you won't either. So, okay. Anyways, a couple of nice runs by Garner. Gets a first down for Texas State as here's a handoff. That is Torrance Burgess able to pick up about 2. 2nd and 8. Fake to Burgess now. And Garner's under pressure. Once again, Deshaun Yates is in the backfield. Deshaun Yates generating pressure in this one as he goes right through the O-line, and that's a spot I felt like we could win in today. I felt like we might not necessarily be better up front, but we would be able to compete. And as I say that, Garner's got all day to throw the football, and it's knocked away. Frisco able to take back over with the lead as Bridges on first down, picking up a gain of 5 with his legs. And they're already at the 40-yard line. And they're going to go backwards. 2-yard loss for Strickland as Khalil Alexander came in on the blitz. Bridges now looking to set up a screen once again. Miles Knight on the outside. He gets beautiful blocking. Miles Knight all the way up to the 45. That's a big gain for the Railriders. Here's a fake now tonight. And Bridges keeping himself. And he just hasn't really had anywhere to go on those read options. 2nd down and 12. Bridges rolling to his right. That ball's picked off. The Bobcats are going to take it right back. And this was just a beautiful play by the defensive back here. He actually baited Bridges into making that throw. He looked like he was going to cover the tight end. Instead, he dropped back on Jeremy Walls. Bobcats take over at the 44. Here's a quick pass to the outside. It's a screen for 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. As Behringer this time to the outside has his man, that's Bo Sparks. And Sparks, I thought he was going to break a tackle, but he falls over after picking up the 1st down. Garner back to pass again. Looking underneath, that's Titus Lyons. He's got 5 catches, 62 yards in this one. 2nd down and 3, Garner keeping himself. He gets hit pretty hard, but gets just enough for the 1st down. As the Bobcats are all the way up to the 31, and they're going to make it even further as Bo Sparks with another grab, breaks a tackle up to the 12. It's red zone time for the Bobcats. 1st down and 10. Handoff goes to Lincoln Pear, and he gets 8, all the way up to the 3. 2nd and 1 now. Garner keeping himself. He leaps into the end zone, takes the hit, and puts the Bobcats on top. It's a quarterback putting his body on the line for the greater good of the team there. Now, we've had our fair share of struggles in the second half. I know we scored 17 points against Missouri State. We'll have to see how we do today in this one as the first 2 plays of this drive, well, they go backwards for a yard. 3rd down and 11 now. Bridges trying to set up another screen. Knight looking for some space on the outside. Doesn't get it. Only picks up 2. That's a failed drive for the Railriders. The Bobcats take back over at the 43, and here's a handoff for Lincoln Pear. He's got room, picks up maybe 13. And just like that, they're up to the 44 and across midfield once again. Bobcats back to pass, and Garner's taken down for the sack. That's a loss of 7 as Tyree King came on the cornerback blitz, and he didn't really get through cleanly. It looked like he had to maneuver his way around, but he got there in time for the sack. 2nd down and 17. Garner hands off to Pear. Pear picks up 5. Makes it 3rd and 12. Good spot for this defense to be in. 3rd down and 12. Garner back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket. Looking deep over the middle. And it's caught by Titus Lyons. I think we have a problem when it comes to defending these tight ends. As here's a quick pass for a touchdown. Chris Dawn Jr. What is the jet touch pass? It takes the jet touch pass for 6. Is now Frisco trying to stay in this game, trying to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. Down 28-17. You're not completely out of it yet, but if Don Bridges can't make simple throws like that, you might be out of it real soon. Bridges back to pass again, trying to hit his man. It's Jeremy Walls, but overthrows him. And Frisco's going to punt it away once again. Putting a lot of stress on this defense now to keep us in it as Bo Sparks picks up a gain of 4 and Deshaun Yates goes down with an injury. He's had a big game, and that would be a huge loss for the Railriders. 2nd and 6. It's another catch now. That's Bo Sparks once again. This time goes nowhere. 3rd and 6. Can the Railriders defense get off the field? Pass underneath is caught. That's Bo Sparks 3 times in a row, and that one gets him up to midfield. One last play in the 3rd quarter here. Pass is caught underneath. That's Dawn once again. He gets 21 more, and they are nearing the red zone. As Frisco, it's looking like they might fall apart in this one. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, though. There's still a chance we can win this game. 2nd down and 11. If Frisco can hold the Bobcats to a field goal here, they'll still only be down 2 scores. Not looking too good after that 1st down throw, though, and here's a handoff for Pear, and Pear breaks a tackle. He's going to keep fighting forward and pick up 6, and just like that, the Bobcats are at the 8-yard line. Handoff goes to Pear one more time, and this time goes nowhere. 3rd and 4. Garner back to pass again. He's got his man open. Bo Sparks. He's got to have at least 10 catches today. That one goes for 6. 35-17 is your score, and down by 3. You got to just kind of be playing for pride here. There's a nice pass to the outside by Bridges to Jeremy Walls. 1st down and a bit more. Handoff now for Miles Knight, and he's able to pick up maybe 12 or 13. He's at 88 yards on the day. And fake to handoff to Knight now. Bridges trying to escape the defense. He's not going to. It's a loss of 10. 3rd and 16 now. Bridges looking for somebody open. Can't get anything on the ball. Makes it 4th and 16. Bridges back to pass again. Quickly up the seam. It's knocked away. and Texas State will take back over. And guys, it didn't take them very long to find Bo Sparks in the end zone one more time. 42-17 is your score after the extra point. And we'll see what Frisco can do. Down 25, pass over the middle. There's Jeremy Walls with a big-time gain. That's got to be about 30 yards. But 4th and 5 a few plays later. Bridges back to pass. Looking for someone open. He overthrows his man. And guys, that's going to do it. We fall to the Bobcats 42-17 as our second half woes continue. And Holden Gariner said, "We're going to welcome you to the Southern Belt Conference." And he did welcome us to the Southern Belt Conference. This will be a rivalry to look out for in the future. But guys, we've got 2 games on tap today, and we're going to get right into the second one, as Don Bridges and the Railriders are back home against... Completely forgot who we play in this one. I'll tell you in a second. Coastal Carolina. Look, sometimes my commentary is on point, and sometimes I know exactly what to say and when to say it. Other times, I'm just a human, right? That's all I am. I'm just a human. Now listen here. Coastal Carolina, this game, I figured you guys don't want to watch the same exact game 2 times in a row, right? Well, look, I'm going to spoil it, okay? The same exact game happens 2 times in a row. We have a very solid first half, followed by a second half of doing nothing. And, yeah, I figured you guys aren't going to want to watch every play from that game. It's going to feel like deja vu. So we're just going to look at some highlights here from this Coastal Carolina game, including this entire first drive from the Railriders. Here's a pass underneath caught by Jeremy Walls. That is a beautiful gain as the Railriders are up to the 30. Handoff now goes to Knight, and Knight finds some room on the outside. Beautiful counter play, beautiful blocking, all the way up to the 1-yard line. Frisco starts hot in this one. Here's a quick flip for Jeremy Walls, and, well, he doesn't start too hot. 2nd and goal. Can they finish the drive as they try to run the speed option, and Bridges loses the football? The defender is chased down by Knight. And man, Knight would have been wide open for the end zone if that didn't happen. Coastal Carolina gets to take over now. And here's a nice play by Jason Grams. He gets through the middle. That's a loss of 3 for Coastal Carolina. Pass now goes quickly to the outside. That ball is caught for nearly a first down. It's a gain of about 11. It's 3rd down and 2. After a sack, it's 3rd and 11 now. Back to pass again is Coastal Carolina. This ball is picked off by Damian Valentine. And Valentine's going to take this one back the other way, all the way to the 44. Good field position for your Railriders. Valentine played his zone perfectly. And the Railriders on 3rd and 10. Back to pass. Bridges rolling to his right, trying to find somebody open, and he hits Jeremy Walls. He comes down with it and breaks the tackle all the way up to the 18. It's a gain of 26. We've said it multiple times with Jeremy Walls. He's not a great route runner, but he can go up and get it. And he went up and got it right there. 1st and goal from the 18. Handoff goes to Miles Knight now, and Knight fights all the way forward to the 5-yard line. Can Frisco finish this drive? 2nd and goal. Bridges back to pass. Stepping up. He hits Asher Hayes, and he makes the catch for a touchdown. Sometimes you just got to trust your receivers. Jeremy Walls made a big contested grab. Asher Hayes with a big contested grab there. And it's 7-0 Railriders. We join this Coastal Carolina drive already across midfield, and quarterback Roquan Barber showing off the wheels. That's got to be at least a 30-yard gain for Roquan Barber. Barber now back to pass once again, rolling to his right, trying to find a man open. He's got his tight end, and he's going to break a tackle and find the end zone as Coastal Carolina answers right back. Like I said, guys, this is going to be a nice little highlight reel. We're going to have some fun with this one. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch by Jewel Vaughn all the way up to the 25. Bridges back to pass once again, trying to find somebody open. He's got Spencer Strickland wide open in the end zone. Blown coverage by Coastal Carolina, and Spencer Strickland catches his second touchdown of the year. And this was just a beautiful play all around. I mean, Don Bridges was under pressure, delivers a perfect ball to a wide open Spencer Strickland, and he's dancing in the end zone. 14-7, 2 minutes remain in the half now. As Coastal Carolina under pressure, Barber is sacked. As that is Prince Phillips on the perfect cornerback blitz. He gets the first sack of his career. 3rd down and 8 now. Barber back to pass again, looking to the outside. It's knocked away. 3rd down and 10 as we join the Frisco Railriders. This ball underneath, caught by Stan Fletcher, and Fletcher gets a first down and more. As Frisco looking to take over at the end of this first half. Bridges rolling to his left, now looking underneath. That ball's knocked away. That brings us up to 4th down. And we will end the first half with a 14-7 lead. Now, guys, I told you, I don't really want to spoil things for you. But we played the same exact game twice in a row. Something about these teams, they find a way to adjust to what our offense is doing. They adjust to what our defense is doing. And I don't know if I don't know how to adjust back or if we're just not good enough. But this second half did not go our way. Roquan Barber finds his man over the middle. That's a beautiful gain of 21 all the way up to the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Barber hands off to his running back. That's Javine Simpkins, who breaks a tackle, and Simpkins into the end zone. A tough 9-yard run. Touchdown, Coastal. And just like that, the game is tied. We join the Frisco drive after a failed 3 plays, and on 4th and 11, this punt hits the pylon, knocks it over, and they're saying it goes out at the 1. We might not have a good offense here in the second half, but god damn it, we can punt. Now, was our defense able to do anything with this field position? Here's a pass to the outside screen, is caught for a gain of about 7. And while the defense does come through and give the offense good field position, we'll see if they're able to do anything with it. First play of this drive is a gain of just 4. Make it 2nd and 6. 4th and inches now. A few plays later, handoff goes to Miles Knight, and he doesn't get there. There's been too many times where it's been 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, 4th and inches, and we just haven't been able to make a play for just a yard and keep the offense on the field. 2nd and goal from the 3 now. Coastal Carolina over the middle makes the catch, and they go up 21-14. But have no fear, it's only a 7-point game, right? We can still come back in this one. Here's a 3rd down screen for Spencer Strickland. He maneuvers his way through his blockers and picks up a first down. 3rd and 7 now. A few plays later, Bridges looking for somebody open. Underneath, he finds Ray Tapia, and Tapia's all the way up to the 15-yard line. Looking like we're not quite out of this one yet. 3 minutes left in the game. It's 4th and 5. Pass underneath for Stan Fletcher. He's not going to get there. And man, if Bridges was just a little more patient, Asher Hayes was wide open. 3rd down and 3. Can our offense give the defense another shot? Pass deep to the outside. It is caught. And I guess you just can't count on the defense to hold your opponent over and over and over again. Eventually, something like that's going to happen, followed by something like this. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. They go up 28-14, and that's where this one ends. Look, normally, guys, I would show you every single play from every single game, but I really just figured you wouldn't want to watch 2 of the same exact game in a row. So we got some highlights out of it. I just hit my mic, sorry. We got some highlights out of this second game that, I think were at least entertaining to watch. So, yeah. Hopefully we get some more variety in these games because we have a lot of great first halves and bad second halves. Now here's an update on recruiting. We are still in first place for a number of these guys. nothing has really changed. I want to get some of them on visits, but we just don't have the points to do so. As you see, John Montag finally knows who we are. We are top 3 on his board, and we add some points to Brian Lovelace. Now, we are in a bye week here, so we are going to sim ahead 1 week. We're going to get another update on recruiting. Emmett Duggan has told us to go fuck ourselves, so took him off our board, and we added some points to Jaron Busby. We had 2 bye weeks in a row, so we're going to go once again to the next bye week. And hey, for some reason, our championship defender went from F to a D-. So I wonder, if we win some games, can we hold on to Miles Knight? Another update on recruiting here after that, as we are falling into 2nd place on Luis Vargas. So I noticed we had a bunch of extra space with Kevin Steiner. We were able to put some more points into Vargas, and the leftover 5 went into Max Cave. Hopefully that wasn't too quick of an update on recruiting. I'll do a whole recruiting episode or a recruiting halftime show another one of these days. That's just not going to be today. That'll be for next time. And next time we take on Arkansas State. They are undefeated in conference play, but maybe we can give them their first loss. Guys, if you enjoy this content, keep coming around. Yeah, that's all I got.